Good morning, guys. So it is concrete day. They are already pouring the foundation. It's 8:15 and they are on their third or fourth truck. They start at 7:30 bright and early and they'll be done by 9:30 or 10. So we're doing the foundation today. That's kind of the icing on the cake as far as the base of the house goes. We did the pilings, then we did the grade beams. We got all the plumbing installed. We did termite treatment. We got a plastic barrier. Right under all that rebar grid there's a plastic barrier and it's kind of a moisture barrier. And then this rebar final grid goes on top. And then we got 6.5 inches of concrete. This is the foundation of the home. And then as you can see, the vertical rebar pieces, those are gonna be our columns that go up into the house. But as soon as this dries and sets, we are rocking and rolling and we're ready for block. Right now they're shooting through this boom, and I was just talking with our general contractor, and he was telling me they just picked up this new truck, this boom truck, and I asked him how much it was, and he said 350 grand. So that truck and that boom, 350 G's.
How much longer do you think it's going to take for them to finish pouring the rest of the concrete?
They will be done in about 45 minutes, I bet.
That's a quick process, right?
Very quick, yeah.
An hour, 2 hours to pour the concrete, level it out.
They come early and get done quick.
Awesome.
And then there'll be people here all day long, usually spraying it off with a hose. You got to keep it a little wet throughout the day as it cures.
How are they leveling it out? Are they using, is that a wooden plank that I see?
Yeah, so they're gonna start with kind of that rough finish with that wooden plank. And then right at the end, they're gonna come out and they'll start to walk on this and get it real nice and smooth towards the end. And he was just asking me if I wanted to finish it rough or smooth. If we were gonna put tile down or some kind of flooring down, you'd finish it a little rough, so it's that tile has a better surface to adhere to. But I'm gonna put down a nice epoxy floor, like a garage epoxy floor on all this, so we're gonna finish it nice and smooth. But anywhere coastal, you have to worry about spalling. And spalling is basically inside of the concrete, you got all this rebar. And over time, what can happen is this rebar, when it gets salt and kind of corrodes, it explodes from the inside out. And so if you've ever seen spalling on a house, it's not a straight crack in the concrete. It looks like a spider crack, like when you drop your iPhone. So when you're looking at a house and see that spider cracking, it could be very costly to fix. But basically what it is that rebar is corroding and deteriorating from the inside out. Wanna go see it?
I hope the rain doesn't catch it.
I know. That's what Chris said. He said, what happens if it rains on it? You think, what happens if it rains on there? You don't know?
The rain ruins it.
You think it ruins
and
it?
they'll have to restart.
I bet you these guys got a plan. They're pretty smart at this. It seems like they've done this a time or two before.
Like 100 times before.
100 times probably. The left truck over there is a thicker rock, kind of like an aggregate, where this is a more fine sand, and they're feeding both those in there. And so it's creating that kind of mixture of sand and rock together. They are definitely different materials in there.
Oh, you can kind of see it, right?
Yeah, you can see the thick rocks in there, the bigger pieces.
Like they put this thing in the end of that,
Yeah.
and it actually sucks
Backfill.
Backwards. Oh, good question.
You know what's crazy? Ed said they bring their own water. So they're mixing with their own, they're not even using the water like on site.
Wow. Oh, that makes you happy.
Oh, I don't care about that, but
I'm joking. Couldn't they just use salt water? Huh?
no. So they used to, Yeah, but it corroded the rebar in there.
Oh, I didn't think about
They used to,
that.
Kel, they used to pump it from the canals, like in the 60s and 70s.
The salt would mess that up.
Well, it's the spalling. That's what spalling is.
I worked at Fort Jefferson. So
You did?
Oh, you did?
doing the renovation out
That's
there.
in the dry turk.
That
to
whole
this past
building
Key
was
West.
built with salt water. And the only problem they had with it is where they put like the armor blocks that are made out of steel in the openings where the cannons would be.
Yeah.
All that broke.
There's like cannons.
But
and
all the
stuff there.
actual masonry part without steel, it's all fine.
Wow.
Really cool. So our cages over here that kind of look like those rebar cages that got dropped down into the pilings. Those cages they have already pre-made and built. These, they have a square shape to them, a rectangular shape. And those are formed, they're gonna go right along these walls and they're gonna go inside that blockwork and it's gonna give strength as we go up. The cages we dropped down in the pilings, those were round and cylindrical to match the hole, but these are a little squared shape and they're gonna go up. So it's 9:30, exactly 2 hours on the dot. And as you can see, they are smoothing over that last little bit. 2 hour process for 90 yards of concrete. The footprint on this house, the AC space is about 4,700 square feet. And they got all of this done in 2 hours. Now the prep work to get to today took 3 months with the site prep, the pilings, the grade beam, the plumbing. All of that took about 3 months to get here, and in 2 quick hours, shoot the foundation and they're good to go. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this foundation get poured. I am super excited. This is probably one of my favorite processes in building a home, because once this is done, we are rocking and rolling and we're gonna see some quick changes. So stay tuned for the next episode where we're gonna start building the block walls.